Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bishop's High School, where tonight the Bishop Knights are playing the Santa Fe Christian Eagles. A matchup of two powerhouse teams, hopefully. We got Bishops with a 7-9 record, and we got Santa Fe Christian with a 12-2 record. Kamal will be doing the lineups today, and then he'll be over here to help me do the game. So we're just about ready for the lineups, the starting five. That's kind of interesting. We're going with Bishops first. Oh. Haven't seen that before. Next thing you know, the home team will be wearing their dark uniforms and the away team will be wearing their light uniforms. Yeah, well, last year's game was really, really exciting. I mean, Ryan White shot the lights out. And in the second half, they did some really positive things to keep the lead. But I think things are a little bit different this year. I mean, Santa Fe Christian has beaten some really good teams, and they're 12-2, while the Bishop Knights are struggling a little bit, and they're 7-9. Santa Fe Christian is averaging about 79.4 points a game and giving up 67. And Bishops is averaging 52 and giving up about 51. So you know, I'm looking at the starting lineup for Santa Fe Christian. They're not very big, but they must shoot the lights out. The three-point line has really changed the dynamics of the game over the last 10, 15 years. And we're just about ready for tip-off here. There goes the tip. Scramble for the ball. My volume down. Boom. First possession of the game, and we got a turnover by Bishops. So here we go. Santa Fe Christian's ball out of bounds. And here comes Kamal to do the play-by-play.
All right, Coach Kane, welcome to everybody in the internet world. We have a great game between the Eagles and the Knights. And the ball has been reversed here. 0-0, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And Keaton Smith, the dribble drive.
Oh, that was
looks
a walk.
like it traveled. Coach, this is a great game against two equally sized teams. Both teams rely on quickness and shooting. It'll be interesting to see how the Knights handle the pressure defense by the Eagles.
I was just commenting to the audience how you used to want size. It doesn't seem to be that way anymore.
Slam, bam, jam. Well, you don't see that all the time. Two-hand dunk off 2 feet.
By Hayden Gray.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about. There's going to be pressure on the ball, and people have to come to meet the pass. Zach White dribble drive, shoots a pull-up. Nice shot.
Well, that was a tough shot, too.
Remember last year, Coach, Zach White hit 6 threes in the first half. Never forget that. What a game.
He was a difference maker in that game last year.
It was. Knights are switching screens up at the top. They can do that because size is all equal. There are no post players here. It's like another travel. And dribble penetration by Keaton Smith. Rebound to Kellen Hobson. Pushes the ball up to Zach White. Number 3, yo-yoing from 25 feet. Ball's reversed to Cy. Crossover dribble, straight line drive.
Boy, why would he force that shot? He had 3 guys on him and had to be 2 guys open someplace else.
And dribble penetration. You know, Coach, tonight we're going to watch transition points, and a lot of them are on quick shots and turnovers. So let's watch that closely. That was an easy bucket by the Eagles.
That was a nice one dribble power layup he did.
White with the deep 3, and he's, Coach, I think he's carrying over from last year.
Starting off well.
White's got 5 points, leading the Knights. Gray's yo-yoing. Owen Hill switches out on him. Now that's an important loose ball right there. See if the Knights can convert here. White pulls up again, and it's short. And it's deflected. Looks like it's a tip.
Yeah, and I think he could have been a little bit more patient with that shot. He didn't have to take the first thing that came to him.
I always like dead ball plays. Let's see what the Knights have dialed up. A lot of times when White takes it out, he's going to get it back on some kind of pin down action. There it is, the flex.
Yep.
Into a pin down, and they know it. Both teams are well coached and they scout each other well.
Oh.
Yeah, transition defense is going to be key. So that's 4 points now they've given up in transition on turnovers. Actually, at 6 points. That's 6 points, Coach. The Eagles have scored 6 points right now in transition or on a turnover. Owen Hill, quick reversal to Hobson. Good cut. There you go. Oh, that side with a nice turnover. Good feed by Hobson.
It was. That was a nice pass, nice shot.
And again, too easy here. Little brush cut off the top. Knights have to get back and play defense. Coach, what do you do to, as a coach, what do you do to talk about that? How do you stop that?
I'm a firm believer. You got to keep the guy in front of you. You know, with the way they run these spread offenses and motion offense, you're either going to give up the three or you're going to give up the layup. You can't give up the layup and the three. You know, I mean, everything that Santa Fe Christian's done so far has been in the paint. They haven't even looked to take a shot from the outside. Bishop's got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of him, stopping the dribble penetration or the cut penetration. And now they give up an offensive rebound.
And that is the third offensive rebound here for the Eagles. Dudley with the drive. Oh, Nagel.
Wow,
Nagel.
He got up there. He showed some hops.
Coming over late, and that is a goaltend. Now, folks, you don't see a goaltend all the time in high school basketball from a 6'3" center. Oh, that's a nice pass to Cy.
That was a foul.
That's a good play. Cy did a good job of getting on balance, Coach, and good advance. You know, I like the advanced pass against pressure because that really gives you an opportunity to get to the stripe here. This is the first set of free throws the Knights. That's going to be an interesting game, Coach. One thing I think we need to watch is how many foul shots will the Knights shoot? You know, they're a three-point shooting team with really a lot of guards. So this is really 5 guards against 5 guards tonight.
That's definitely true.
Last year, Christian Rose was a real force at 6'6", but he's graduating off to college. So
where's he going to school?
He's going to a school in Idaho.
Have you heard how he's doing?
He's doing great. He's redshirting this year, and he's looking to get into the lineup next year. He's gotten stronger, and he's really improved his shot. A drive.
He's a nice kid, too.
He's a great kid and loves the game. And number 4 for the Eagles. Interfides had a nice little catch and drive and missed. We got 8-8 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's watch the foul game, too, here. Right now, it's a 1-1 game. Nice slip on the screen. Nagel misses the layup.
Here we go, dribble penetration. And no help.
Well, that's a hard stop right there, Coach, because you know straight line drives are hard to stop. You got to keep them in front. Ball reversal. Knights go into a ball screen and slip. There's an... Okay, ball's deflected here. The Knights will get the ball. There's 20 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, these teams really look physically very similar here. We'll see what they can do to... I think the Eagles look a little quicker off the bounce.
Yeah, and we'll see if the Eagles wear out the Knights here tonight as the game progresses.
Nice set for White. Deep 3. Side with the... Dudley with the dribble drive. He's coming up the floor.
Oh, he walked.
Looks like there's some... And Gray again. So Gray looks like he's really their best penetrator. I mean, he's gotten right to the front of the rim 3 or 4 times, and the game has just started. Knights are going to have to be able to close up and keep their man in front of them, especially on a skip pass.
You know, one of the things I would do as a coach if I was playing defense against teams like this, I'd force everything to the sideline and the baseline. Right. No dribble penetration to the middle.
And Smith here. Oh, wow.
And 1.
Okay, so it looks like a foul on Hobson with a push. Let's see if it's on number 4. And the 3 by Smith was open. Again, when the best shooter takes the ball out of bounds, a lot of times we expect the ball to come right back to them. They're running the same kind of set here. Now they're calling the foul, I think, on Hobson after the shot, right? So they get a possession.
Something out of bounds. After the shot? I don't understand this call.
I think they're saying that Hobson fouled the screener and not the shooter. So.
And the three counted?
That's a good question.
Or was it before the shot?
Well, they kept the score. They've counted the three, Coach, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. That's a nice steal. Oh. You know, one of the things that I noticed last year's game was Graham Cartwright had about 8 or 9 offensive rebounds and loose balls. Right now, the Eagles are winning the loose ball game.
Wow, more penetration. Bishop's has got to stop that penetration. They got to get more help from the weak side, and they got to keep the man in front of them.
Side with the three. Nice inside, outside. Zach White. Zach White with a nice pass to Cy.
They called that a 2? Shot. I thought it was a 3.
I guess they called it a 2. I think I'm not sure what they called it. I guess they called it a 2. I thought it was a 3.
Yeah, it is a 3. They did give him the other one.
So we got 15-11, 2 minutes and 26 seconds. So like an open post motion offense. And Keaton Smith with the deep three. He's a shooter, so he's going to have to run. That's his second 3 of the game, Coach.
And they've got to get a harder hand in his face.
Yep. And we have the ball up here right now. Side dribble penetration. Draws the defense. Hobson here with the drive. Nagel with the 3. In and out. And Dudley with the dribble drive. Drives too far. And nice steal by White. And that is a nice steal by White. Zach White's second steal. I think the Knights.
It looked like Dudley stopped them from getting a breakaway layup.
It looked like in the NBA that would have been
intentional.
Yep. All right, so we have a sub in the game. We have number 5, RJ Faltinsky, taking number 20, Cy. Zach White is calling 5, so let's see what that is. It looks like that's a
high post screen and roll.
Yeah, high post screen and roll. Pick and pop here. Side is loaded up over to Hobson. And nice pass into Owen Hill. Good kick inside out. And that looked like a shot there. Little penetration. All right, so the Knights are trying to space the floor, and looks like 12 seconds on the shot clock here, Coach.
Yeah, and if you're going to run this kind of an offense, you got to be ready to catch and shoot when the ball comes your way. Your feet have got to be set, you know, ball in the air, feet in the air. And then you need a good shot fake, too.
White with the ball, nice penetration, good kick, and Owen Hill.
Just like that, that was nice.
That is outstanding. Owen Hill with a nice open 3, missed it. And here we go, transition. And penetration, Dudley's a penetrator. Good defense. And they give up another 3. Keaton Smith, that's his third 3 of the game. Coach, this might be a time for a timeout.
Yeah, a little talk about we got to guard that kid.
End of the quarter, yeah. You can't give him those shots when there's a switch. That time Zach White switched out, and Nagel didn't get out there fast enough. One thing I'm noticing here is the foul game. Despite having 21 points in the first quarter, Santa Fe has not fouled, and I think that's a credit to their pressuring without fouling. Last time they fouled. We have, all right, so 47 seconds left. Full shot clock, and another steal. And the ball's been turned over. Hobson, quick touch, and another steal. And another 3 here by Smith, 4-3. That's 28 seconds
he's
left.
Hot.
He is hot.
Has he missed a shot yet? Boy, turnovers and 3s are really hurting Bishops.
All right, there's 15 seconds left. You know, Coach, I think we've had about 6 steals. Those are live ball steals, and which means they go the other way and can score. And that's really the difference in the game, in the 4 threes that Smith has hit.
Right.
8 seconds left in the quarter. Here he goes to Nagel. Shot fake, goes right to the rim. And misses at the front of the rim. And that's it. After 1 quarter, we have a 24-11 score. The Eagles have surged What do you think, Coach? Give me your thoughts. It looked like it was a close game all until about the last 3 minutes. What happened?
Turnovers and Kagan Smith hitting those threes. And then Bishop's started off well, but they couldn't put the ball in the basket the last 3 minutes. And then with the turnovers, Santa Fe Christian was converting.
What do you tell your team when you obviously see this is a very explosive offensive team? What do you tell the Knights about getting back in the game now? How do you talk to them?
Possession by possession. Okay. We got to play better defense. We got to take care of the ball, and we have to get good shots. I mean, the game is all about getting stops and making shots. There's no magic to it. So, but they got to do a better job right now on Kagan Smith. What has he got? 12 of the 24?
You know what? He's got 12. He's got 12 just on three-point shots. I don't know. Does he have a? We'll have to find out. Does he have a field goal? But yeah, I agree. He's got to. They've got to run him off the three-point line and make him shoot tough twos.
He's got to feel the defensive pressure as soon as he catches the ball. And then the other thing they have to do is stop the penetration.
Right.
Has anybody else made a three from the outside for
Nobody
Santa Fe?
else has attempted a three. No, Dudley and Gray have been the two principal drivers, and Smith's been the shooter. All right, Hobson with the ball up top. Ninth possession. We got 7 minutes and 57 seconds, and it looks like another turnover. Yeah. So these are unforced turnovers, and this is, it's tough to. I don't like the bounce pass, the bounce pass on the perimeter. I like an air pass to the outside hand. So do a better job of that. Might need these fans to sit down here. Hey, Ted. Hey, guys, can you sit down? We can't see that way. Hey, can you guys sit down? Yeah. And the ball is rebounded. All right, we have the ball up top here. Skip pass over the head.
Why force it? You got 20 seconds left on the shot clock. What's the big rush? To try to make a play that doesn't have to be made.
You know, I watched the Gonzaga USD game, and one of the biggest differences between the college game and the high school game is the high school players really play at one speed, and a lot of times it's a frenetic speed. And you just wish there was a little bit more reading and kind of reacting. All right, pass is passed over. New player in here. Owen Hill with the drive, and a shot block foul. So Owen Hill will go to the line. I think that's the critical part of coming back in this game, Coach. The Knights have to get to the foul line and score and put Santa Fe in foul trouble because they really have a short bench.
Yeah, I think you're right. They got to take care of the ball and then get good looks.
Number 11, Nikki Klopfelter, sophomore, has checked into the game. He's a 6'4 sophomore.
Owen Hill made the first free throw.
Owen Hill with the first free throw.
That's the first points they've scored, what, in about 4 minutes?
No, it's been a dry spell. I think the Knights have to combine. All right, ball is dropped. A three-point shot with the drives to the rim. You have to have a steady diet of drives to the rim. Here they come up. Eagles running their motion offense, a little brush cut. Carlton Gray, penetrator, and he misses the three. And R.J. Falkinski with the rebound. And they jump lanes very well here. Santa Fe Christian. That side. Timeout. Okay. Coach Levine with the timeout. 27 seconds on the shot clock. He feared a 10-second call here. 6:34, 24-12. Now, what do the Knights do? They obviously run a set. You probably run a set to Zach White. But what do you tell him if you're Coach Levine about getting back in this game?
Play better defense, get the first miss, stop throwing the ball away, make good decisions, get easy shots.
You know, one of the hardest things, I think, for fans to understand is it's hard to play against pressure defense. And the Eagles do a good job of pressuring. I've noticed they're pressuring without fouling incessantly. And I think that's a real credit to them. They're pressuring the ball and forcing long passes. And Knights players aren't coming to the ball. Let's see what the Knights have. Coach Levine's a mastermind of running sets for his players to get him a good shot. Let's see what he's got for him here. All right, Zach White. Get out of the corner.
Stay out of the corner.
R.J. Falkinski, nice three. It's a good-looking shot. Owen Hill. Now that is absolutely textbook, Coach.
Yep. His feet were set. He was ready to catch and shoot. That was nice.
It's really what Owen Hill does best. He is a real sharpshooter from the outside. DeFedes. All right, we have another three. All right.
And no hard hand in the kid's face. You can't get three and then give up three.
White with the ball, yo-yoing up at the top, and
another turnover. Unforced, too.
You know,
Didn't have to happen.
I think the Knights have committed about 8 or 9 turnovers thus far, Coach. This is headed towards a big turnover night. They've got to stop doing that. I'd like to see some back cutting. I'd like to see the Knights maybe set up a little backdoor action to take some of the pressure off. You know, a team used to do this a lot back in the old days, in the early 2000s, was St. Augustine. They were famous for pressuring. And they value a little bit. Oh, the Knights look like they have changed into a zone here. Here we go. Take away some dribble penetration. Oh, a slow rotation. Oh, they both leaving.
Ball still got inside.
Ball get inside, and you can't give up second shots to teams that are equally sized to you. White with the dribble penetration, and it's a foul.
That's Santa Fe Christian's 5th.
That'll be an important thing, Coach. Let's see if the Knights continue to penetrate here. Now, White taking the ball out of bounds. Let's watch what White does here. All right. I kind of like the zone here. If you're going to give up the penetration and the three, just take away the penetration. Hopefully you can just give up the three, right?
Yep.
I can kind of see what Coach Levine's doing. They're just too quick to stop right now at every position. All right, side with an open look. All right. Keaton Smith with the dribble penetration here.
Oh, that was a walk.
That was a foul left side. Yeah, that's a foul you have to resist because you basically have a straight line driver. He flattens out. There's no reason to foul him. He's not going to the rim.
And you got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands.
Clarence Freeman checks in. Now, Clarence is an outstanding football player. He is signed to go to Davidson. He got 99 passes this year, Coach.
Wow.
99 passes. So he is a defensive guard, and he will be... Oh, the rebound by Sam Dudley. So right now the Knights are losing the game on the boards.
And they're throwing the ball away.
Yep.
That's a recipe for disaster.
It's a 16-point game, 31-15. White with the dribble penetration. All right, it looks like it's going to be the Knights' ball here.
You know, I think Ryan would be better served when he comes in there, jump stop, and uses his athletic ability to just rise up above and take the pull-up. He's not getting his shoulders or his feet squared up to the basket on that drive.
Right. Nice play, get the ball in bounds. Freeman right here to White. Oh, slipped on the floor.
Another turnover.
Tremendous pressure. White faces the problem of starting the offense and then being their best scorer. And I think they miss Anthony Wood from last year's team. It's hard to do both because he is both starting the offense. All right, the Knights are in the zone. And here we go. Ball is being passed around. Freeman, that's a lob for a layup. Oh, that was a nice
set play.
Yep.
Back screen to forward. Nice play.
And here comes, oh, nice back cut there by Baltinski. White with a pull-up jumper. And misses. Ball pushed the other way. Travel, there you go. We've been talking about that, Coach. That's been something that they haven't called really. Yeah, Smith has to be stopped, though. You have to get a hard hand out there because the Knights are all like-sized players. They really all have to get out.
Yeah, you got to get there when the ball gets there.
Right. It's not one person's responsibility. Kellen Hobson checking in. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game here. And we have White yo-yoing up at the top here. Looks like a little pick and roll with a slip. And Dudley with the rebound, the steal.
And layup.
And a layup.
Another turnover.
One of the things that obviously Eagles are doing is they're really loading up on Zach White. It's hard to penetrate against the defense that's really stacked against you.
Another turnover.
Referee hits the deck.
3 seconds, huh? Nope, travel.
Hey guys, hey, can you guys sit in the stands? Can you guys sit in the stands? Hey, can you guys sit in the stands or stand in the stands? I can't see. Hey! Tell those guys to sit in the stands. You guys sit in the stands? Thank you. Yeah, just push back. All right, we have White dribble penetrate. Got side with the dribble. The Nagel. And
another turnover. Wow, they got to be in double digits for turnovers.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to score when you can't get shots up. The Knights have to just settle down on offense and just work on pass and catching. James Rosser checked in game here. He's covering Intafides, and that looked like a turnover.
That was a walk. Double dribble. Either one works.
So we have Rosser in the game with Hobson, Nagel, Sy, and White. So we have a 35-15 game right here with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Coach Levine is certainly playing everybody. Nice move. Oh, nice foul.
All right, so Sy
that was
really
a nice little move there.
You know, I think the Knights have to continue to attack the basket, get the clock stopped, score, and put the Eagles into foul trouble. Now that's Intafides. I believe that's his second foul, or is that his third foul? Yeah, so the great thing about playing a team that's about your size is there's not a shot blocker at the rim. So I'd like to see the Knights continue to be patient, pass and catch without turning it over and get to the rim. Sy misses the first shot. And hits the second shot. We got a 35-16 game, 3 minutes left in the first half.
Wow.
Backdoor play. Tafides misses the shot. Nagel with the nice take.
Nice screen and roll. Nice pass from Ryan.
And we have the ball, Yo-Yo Danjani. Quick reversal here. Dudley with the ball, penetrator. And he penetrates. You know, Dudley's really a slasher. I think that's the best thing he can do. He's long, he's bouncy, he's quick. And he's really done a good job of getting to the rim tonight. They're gonna have to do a better
sure
job.
has.
And White with the deep three. Nice rebound by Nagel. Ball still needs to change sides. There we go. And the Knights look rattled. Their spacing really isn't good.
And what's the rush?
You know, it's hard at this age to play at a pace knowing that you're down almost 20 points here. Here we go with the ball up top. Quick reversal. Dudley with the ball.
That was a walk right there.
Did a better job of holding him. Danjani with Dudley. Nice defense. And that was over help there, Coach. I didn't think Rosser needed to go and help.
No, well, it worked out to Bishop's advantage.
So we got minute 53. We got a 19-point game, and got to see if the Knights can cut it to 15 or even less. Let's see if they can make a couple shots and finish this game out. Finish this half out with a nice run. Pass over to Sy, nice slip, and this is a play. And Ryan Nagel! Again, we've seen some really nice athletic plays at the rim today, Coach.
Wow, that boy can get up.
Ryan Nagel, this is one of their patented plays here. I've seen them do this a lot this year. Nice help on the drive. White on the floor, Nagel on the floor, and it's a timeout for the Knights. All right, good hustle. Well, let's see, maybe that'll galvanize the team. I want to say a quick shout out to Jesse Levine. Jesse Levine watching from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of the Sixers, the Eagles, the Flyers, Ben Franklin, the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence. Jesse, we know you're watching out there. It's late right now, 10:30. I hope you took your nap, and I hope you're enjoying the game. We are excited to bring this to you. Coach Kane, this is a lot of fun for me. You know, we did 3 games last year, and I think we've contracted to do 3 games this year, so I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. I can't think of anything better to do on a Friday night than be here with you and talk a little basketball.
If you didn't know, Coach Kane and I coached against each other for 8 years. Coach Kane has coached for about 40 years at different schools. I coached at La Jolla High School, and Coach Kane coached at Mission Bay, and we had a really great friendship. We even used to go out to eat after games. and it was just the way coaching should be. So
that was an intense rivalry. Those were really good games.
Those were good
and
games.
You got to bring your A game when we played and against you guys.
We were always challenged against the Bay. I think Mission Bay had our number more than any other team in that league. So it was fun. Last time we beat you, I think Nixon was president. Here we go. Zach White yo-yoing up at the top. Here we go. And Karasser. It's a set here. Nice pass over the top. Oh, another slip. I like that action. Man, it looks like another foul.
Wow, that was a foul.
Donjani.
How do you not call that?
Donjani with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Donjani with the help, but it looked like a foul, coach, to me.
For sure.
They missed that one. 3 seconds, this could be a lob. This is what Coach Hop used to do here. Watch Nagel here for the lob. And here's Nagel. Oh, double foul. What do we have? Double foul. Pushing.
Got a foul on Nagel.
Oh, wow. They missed that one, Coach. Now, is that Nagel? How many is that on Nagel? We'll get the fouls in a second here. We'll have to make some communication here with the book. All right, so it's a turnover on the Knights. Ryan Nagel with the foul, and the ball is now with Gray. He's yo-yoing at the top. Into Insafides, number 4. And again, by this time, Coach, you think that the players would know scouting report. Here we have Gray, who's one of the best penetrators on this team. Let's see what Faltinsky can do. Shot clock's wearing down, and here he goes. Faltinsky with a good job, keeping him in front. That's good defense. And the Knights did a good job.
Yeah, that was a really good defensive series for the Knights. They need to do a lot more of that. They did a great job of keeping the kid in front of them, not allowing the penetration.
Right with the ball up top. Nice kick for a nice shot for Owen Hill.
All right, Santa Fe a hole for the last shot, yep.
All right, so let's see if the Knights can get a stop here. Watch for Gray doing a little pick and roll here, and probably pick and pop.
They should go, they should go.
All right, the switch here. And it's a turnover. 1 second with White with a 55-footer, and it misses. So we have a first half where the Santa Fe Christian Eagles are up 37, your Bishop's Knights 20. And wow, that was a lot of basketball. It's actually a relatively quick first half, Coach. It is only 7:33 here Pacific time. So let's talk a little bit about your thoughts about the first half. What do you think, just in general, about the game?
Everything's going Santa Fe's way. I mean, Bishops is not doing a very good job of taking care of the ball. They need to settle down and try to make 4 passes, 5 passes. And then when they do make a move, they got to make a strong, tough move. And then for Santa Fe Christian, we just want to keep doing what we're doing. Everything's working to our advantage. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised that Bishops only has 20 points. You know, they're averaging 52 for the game, so you would hope they'd have 25 or 30 with the way this game is going up and down.
You know, the way I see it is Santa Fe has really dictated tempo, and they've just played great pressure defense on the ball, and they've probably had about 12 live ball turnovers. Folks, a live ball turnover is a turnover where you take the ball in the air or you take it off the dribble. And that's the worst kind of turnover to commit because you're basically giving up a free shot without setting up your defense. So that's something Coach Devine's going to talk to them about. I know that was really a key to start this game. The Knights are going to have to do a better job of getting into their offense. A lot of their shots, when they do shoot them, are rushed.
Yes, and they're off balance, too.
Yeah, and, you know, when I was watching the Zags play last night, the Zags never rushed. They read, they reacted. You just see, you know, the best team in the nation really read and react to what their, you know, the defense is doing, and the Knights really have been dictated to tonight.
So you were at the Jenny Craig Pavilion last night or Wednesday?
I was at the Slim Jim last night, and it was a spectacle. USD doing as well as they can do, but so outmatched. I mean, USD with athletic players, but nowhere near the skill and nowhere near with, you know, the program, the pedigree. So Gonzaga really looked like big physical players. A couple guys, I'm sure they'll get NBA opportunities, and just played really sound basketball. Didn't beat themselves, didn't turn the ball over, and made good decisions, and really were disciplined. They ran the floor on made baskets and scored in transition, and really were like a machine. Somebody compared them to the UCLA Bruins after Walton. I don't know about that.
After Walton or before Walton?
I think after Walton. They were talking about the Marcus Johnson, Dave Myers one.
Boy, I tell you, from about 64 until about 75? When Wooden won, they were a machine.
They were a machine. So
I mean, what? He won 10 national championships, starting in 64.
He was unbelievable.
And he had unbelievable talent, too.
Great talent. He disciplined them, and they played together, and it'll never be matched. You know, with the NBA rule now, one and done, it'll never be matched. Nobody can do that.
You know, I was talking to somebody about the Coach Wooden teams. During his time, they had regional playoffs. I mean, so the West played the Western teams. It isn't like it's now where they seed them and then a team from the West Coast can be playing in the Eastern region, you know. And he was making a point that UCLA, every game was a little bit better, and their toughest game was the finals.
Right.
And boy, that gave them a real advantage.
Right.
You know, coming out of the West versus, you know, at the time, most of the best teams were east of the Mississippi.
Right.
And so they're beating one another up. And then UCLA, not taking anything away from the UCLA teams or John Wooden, but, you know, that's a nice progression for you.
It really was. No, he had a lot of things going. It was also just a few teams could make it, right? I mean, I think it was like 32 teams.
Right.
I mean, it was really a smaller tournament, so you didn't have those kinds of things. You also didn't have a three-point line, which helped, you know, which helps weaker teams, you know, who can get hot and hit 13 threes. UCLA just lost to Fullerton a couple games ago, and they had 14 threes. Okay. Well, we are going to take a break here for a minute. There's 5 minutes left at halftime, and we will talk to you soon. Welcome back. We are about 10 seconds away from resuming second half. Right now, the Eagles are up 37-20. And we have a game here, Coach. What do the Knights have to do to climb their way back in this game? I know we kind of sound like a broken record, but what's Coach Levine told them in the halftime locker room speech?
I hope he told them, keep the ball in front of you, put a hard hand up when they shoot, and get the first miss. And then offensively, let's knock off the turnovers. Let's get easy shots and make simple, strong, tough moves. But this game so far has been all Santa Fe Christian.
I wonder, Coach, if they stay in the zone. Do you think they stay in the zone? I mean, that might be a good thing for the Knights. So here they are. They started with the zone defense because they can't give up both threes and layups at the front of the rim. It is Dudley, and the pass is inside to Donjani. Back out to Dudley. And a nice offensive rebound by Donjani. Donjani is about 6 feet tall, but he plays like a power forward. He's very active.
Yep. That was a nice tip.
Knights here. Oh, and that's a nice play
Oh,
there.
that's the first time he's been open in a while.
It's a great look by White. Looks like a travel there. And here comes Gray. Looks like a Euro step.
Get out of here. That's a walk.
Looked like the Euro step.
That looked like a Euro sandwich. They got to call that.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, the NBA has trickled down with the number of threes and the walking they allow. James Harden likes Houston because they got the Texas two-step. For Harden, it's the Texas four-step.
Yeah.
All right, White with the ball up
But this
top.
isn't a country and western bar.
That's right. Hobson with the dribble penetration. And they're running a little set, and it's a switch, and it's a play. All right, that time I think the ball went off Zach White. And again, I think the Eagles are switching screens, so I think what you have to do is you probably have to start slipping stuff and getting to the rim.
Who had that turnover?
The ball was off White's face. I don't know who passed it that time. I think it might have been Nagel. All right, ball's up here. Now they're out back in man. Dudley dribble penetrates, and it steps out of bounds. So Dudley catches, and he's driving. I think that's what we can kind of tell. Donjani's their best offensive rebounder, and Tafides is an offensive kind of forward, and then the two guards, Smith and Gray. So at this point, kind of know what they can do. Let's see if the Knights can stop them. White with the ball up top. He's going to use the screen, and Smith. Well, that looked like a foul to me.
Oh, we got a little wrestling match going on down here.
Looked like a foul to me. I think anytime.
Now we got a technical foul on somebody.
And who is the technical foul? It's interesting, the Santa Fe Christian foul. Maybe no call, and who's the foul? It looks like it might have been on the Knights. Technical foul. Number
20.
20. The technical foul was on the Knights, so who's 20? Was it on side?
Dash.
All right, Keaton Smith here with the
Missed
shot.
the first
Missed
one.
the first one. And he makes the second one. All right, so we have now a 22-point game. Who was that on?
It was on Dash. They gave him a technical foul,
All
number
right.
20. I guess he pushed one of the kids from Santa Fe Christian. I actually thought they should have called the foul on number 3 for Santa Fe Christian because on that loose ball, he kind of came right across Zach's face with an arm bar.
I agree.
You know, I also think the referee should get to that call sooner. You know, jump ball, possession.
Especially when it's on the ground. Anything can happen, like a screen. And deep shot is missed. Owen Hill with the rebound. Keaton Smith from about 24 feet. Zach White yo-yoing up top.
Double team.
A nice ball reversal.
God, they got to have a better pass. They had a wide open guy.
Right. Wow.
That's their second turnover of the second half. And so far, they've been outscored 6-0.
No, this is not
Not a good start for the third quarter.
No. Gray with the ball up top here. Donjani. Great dribble penetration. White with nice defense on the ball. Switch. Great dribble penetration. Nagel not foul. And it's good defense on the Knights.
Yeah, it
Here
was.
comes Dudley. And turnover.
Got the turnover. That's Santa Fe's second turnover of the second half.
Another turnover. Yeah, this is the time where the Knights have to dig deep and just continue to play. You know, this is looks like Coach Bickley with the timeout. And both teams look a little tired and a little sloppy. I think I've seen several turnovers here. I think the Knights have to continue to play through the frustration. You know, down 22 points, they have to find ways to pass and catch. I mean, those were two open passes that could have been wide open threes, but they turned them over.
Yep. You can't score if you don't shoot.
You know, in high school basketball, it's such a game of runs. If the Knights can just get some stops and get a couple good possessions, they can cut the game and make it a 10 or 12-point game and really be in this thing. But they just have to string together some defensive stops and stop turning the ball over. And again, it's easier said than done. Santa Fe's whole modus operandi is to speed you up, and they're distorting the game by pressuring the ball.
But still, I think Bishops can make better decisions, make better passes to make sure they catch the ball. I mean, like when I used to play football in junior high school, our coaches used to tell us all the time, you touch it, you catch it.
Right. That's a really good point. Here we go, the Knights coming out here, and it is 42-20. 5 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the third quarter. All right, it's a zone. Now the Knights go back to zone with Hobson wide up top. Cy down low with Nagel and Owen Hill. And it looks like a box and one.
Oh, that was a walk.
All right. That time they chased Keaton Smith. Did you notice that, Coach? Owen Hill chased him, so it looked like a zone, and then all of a sudden they ran a little box and one. I like that. I like the
What are they calling?
They called the travel, or what did they call?
Yeah, they must have. Yep. I thought he was going to call a foul. But he listened to me. He called the travel.
The wisdom of a coach right there. If the referees could only listen to us. Here we go. Zach White over to Owen Hill. And again, they jumped the lane. And there's a back cut opportunity. There's Zach White with another good look. Bingo!
Finally.
That is a nice looking
That's
shot.
their first points of the second half,
there
too.
There we go. 42-23. Cut the game down to 19 points. And quick reversal over to Dudley. And here's their motion offense. And not there fast enough. Hobson has to get there quicker and run them off the line, Coach. It's his fifth three of the game.
He can't get a three and give up a three.
And White again.
He's not having a very good shooting night tonight.
There he comes. And you have to know that Dudley is a penetrator. He misses the shot. You get a reversal here. Nagel with the wide open three. Misses. And the game is getting up and down. Nagel's a senior.
Gotcha. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year. Where was he?
You know, he was playing behind Christian Rose, and he really has improved. I mean, he's probably the most improved player on the team. He's a jumping jack who can really finish around the rim. Turnover by White, and the ball is here. The Knights look a little bit rushed. Again, you're not going to get back in the game when you're down 22 by rushing through it. So you want to be aggressive, right, Coach? But you want to make sure the ball keeps moving. And
no kidding.
You play in a rhythm. Now Clarence is coming in. Clarence Freeman for Kellen Hobson. Clarence Freeman will take a shot at Keaton Smith. Let's see what he does here. He's probably been told to not let him out of his sight. So let's see what happens. Now they switch. Now Owen Hill. Good ball reversal. And Dudley here with a penetration. And Nagel's got to get his body in front of him. And there's an offensive rebound. So right there, Ryan Nagel came over to help, but didn't put his body and didn't stop the ball with his chest.
So who's the foul on?
I think the foul's on Faltinsky. Let's see. Be great to have a public address announcer, but our public address announcer tonight, Danny Mitchell, is coaching USA Football. USA Football. When you coach one of the top players in the nation at the quarterback position, Tyler Buckner, you work for USA Football. Danny is a fantastic football coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback coach.
Well, they have what could be one of the national players of the year, maybe next year.
He is a player. And
how many points did he score in the CIF Finals game by himself?
That's a good question. He had a lot.
Did he have like 500 yards total offense?
I think he had something like 600 yards total offense. Oh, nice slip. Oh, Nagel.
Oh, got a finish. That was a nice screen and roll.
Sprint back on D. And here we go. And there's the shooter. Oh, and look at that. So the ball is stuck in the rim. Keaton Smith is off. And it is going to be a
Santa Fe
ball.
Christian ball.
Santa Fe Christian ball. It's a jump ball there. A quick shout out to my daughter. My daughter, Angelica Saf, is wearing a tie-dye shirt that says San Francisco. Bill Walton would be proud. She is a basketball fan. Oh, that was a nice play right there. It was an out-of-bounds play to number 22. Vincent Baralucci. That was an outstanding set right there by Coach Bickley. White yo-yoing on the floor. Baltinsky on
come
the
on,
floor.
call the ball. Call it.
There we go. We got a timeout.
That was, come on.
Timeout on the floor.
You could have called a jump ball a lot faster, or you could have called a foul on one of the Santa Fe Christian guys for grabbing Ryan White's arm when he got the ball.
That was very true. And so we have 2 minutes and 36 seconds left, 49-23. Both teams turning the ball over a lot in this third quarter. Neither team really establishing a rhythm.
But the Knights have been outscored 12-3 in this quarter.
Well, that speaks a lot of how explosive this team is. I think the Knights in the zone actually look pretty good. I think if they can get out on shooters, that might be the way they have to get back in this game because they really can't stop dribble penetration. And even in the zone, they're not getting over and stopping the ball with their chest. I think that's one thing I've noticed, coaches. I don't think the Knights have attempted one charge, let alone gotten one charge. And that's something that has to change for them, not just this game, but throughout the season. Knights have to do, because they don't have the shot block in the Christian Rose with the 6'10 wingspan. They don't have him there. And it looks like a set here. Quick reversal, and there's the play. Good job, Baltinsky. Nice move. Shot is blocked here by number 22, Baralucci. And there's 7 seconds on the shot clock here. Let's see what Coach Devine has. In comes Kellen Hobson, dash side. And Triple Tevin for Freeman and Baltinsky. So now you bring in Cy, the shooter. 7 seconds on the clock here. Let's see what the Knights have in store. Knights execute these offensive sets from dead balls pretty well. And it looks like a nice little slip. Oh,
my goodness.
That's been kind of the case all night, Coach. They got the ball where they wanted to, when they wanted to, and he just kind of fumbled it and missed it. Owen Hill with the missed catch. All right, so 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We had Gray yo-yoing against White up top. Baralucci in the game with Keaton Smith, Dudley. And a new player, number 13, Luke House. I missed it there, Coach. I just looked down. What happened?
22 turning through the ball away.
So really, both teams turning the ball over. I'd say
that
uncharacteristic.
Bishop's got 5 turnovers this quarter. Santa Fe Christian's got 4.
It's really keeping the game closer than it probably should be. All right, here we have White yo-yoing up at top. Comes off the pick and roll. It's a switch. And another switch. And it's hard to reverse the ball here, so Cy over-penetrates. There it is. They run him off the line. Good defense. A White gets fouled on a 3. I think I'd like to see the Knights slip a little bit into some of the screens because of the switching. There's really some openings there in the middle of the floor. That's one of the ways that Santa Fe maintains pressure on the ball is they switch all screens, and because they're like size, there's nobody on the floor over 6'3". They can guard anybody. White shooting 3 free throws here. This is the front end. It's been a tough night for Zach White. Been faced with pressure and really hasn't had a lot of good looks tonight. I think he's got 2 threes on the evening. There's a bucket.
Well, he scored all four of their points this quarter.
Wow, that's right. You know, it's hard. Zach's got to initiate the offense, and then he's got to come around and find a way to get shots. And he's also got to get shots for his teammates because there's really not a creator other than Zach on the floor. Oh, Owen Hill with the putback. He misses it, but the Knights maintain the ball. Got to have those points in the paint, Coach.
Sure.
Especially with the absence of any size. Got to have those points in the paint. Neither team really has a shot block. I think maybe the Don Johnny shot is the one block shot that was probably a foul. So they've got to finish in the paint. Here he goes, a little elevated screen. Owen Hill with the dribble penetration. And foul. Wow. That was a situation where, again, didn't need to be fouled. Just could load up and wall him up, and he fouled him and put him on the line. Knights are going to have to do that to get back in this game. Like to see them take it to the rim.
Time's starting to run out for the Knights, though. They got to put some consistency to what they're doing.
Owen Hill here with the shot.
Did you make the first one?
Made the first shot here. And
gets to roll.
All right, here we go now. Let's see if we can get a stop here for the Knights. Gray dribbling out top. This is an early offense. They get right into their motion. Gray with the ball, hops it on him. Good penetration, quick move.
Nice pull-up.
Very nice ability to separate. Gray's really good with the ball, and he's improved his range from last year. Last year he was a driver. This year he looks like he's got a pull-up jump shot. He's added to his game.
And that's actually the missing shot in high school basketball. That one dribble, two dribble pull-up, along with the penetration, is a devastating move that's underutilized.
I agree 100% because so much of it now is about math and metrics and the three and the layup, but a player who has that ability to shoot that pull-up is really unstoppable because if you combine quickness with the space that players have to play with and the fact that so many players are spacing outside the NBA three, it's an impossible stop. I remember the best person we ever saw was a guy named Derek Thompson. Remember Derek Thompson?
Oh, what a kid. What a player for us at Mission Bay High School. I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, he could stop and pop on a dime and give you change.
Yeah, he was one hell of a player for us at Mission Bay. You know, another kid who played at Mission Bay and just graduated last year, Boogie Ellis, who's playing at Memphis, was another kid who had a great pull-up jumper.
Boogie Ellis had the size, the speed, the range on his shot, and then the length to just rise up above you. He was unstoppable in high school, wasn't he?
And what a good kid. Both those kids were just tremendous people.
That's a foul on Dudley, and that is their fourth foul. Knights have to get into a rhythm here. You know, last year, I don't know if you remember this, the Knights ran a 5-out motion offense that really got the ball moving. I kind of like to see them go to that. I think that it's an offense that could maybe alleviate some of the pressure and get the team some easy baskets and cuts. One thing about a team that loads up on the ball is a lot of times they don't help because they're so overextended to play passing lanes. We have a hold here, and looks like the foul is, I don't know what that's, number 13 here. We really got a choppy third quarter here with a lot of fouls.
Is number 13 or number 4? I don't know who it was.
Okay, got a 4 across, maybe a little screen action here.
Another turnover.
And Gray is taking it all the way.
Nice move. That's 6 points for Gray here in the third quarter.
Yeah, nice pass. Oh, that was good.
That was really good by Dash.
Step back. That's a nice move. Number 5 here. I don't have 5 on my score chart here.
Neither do I.
But that was a really nice move. Left-handed shot on the baseline. Well, looks like Coach Bixley's playing some players. Looks like he's got some young guys. I'm looking at a couple players that have just checked in the game. Luke Hoax, who's a senior. Number 5 is playing. Faltinsky comes in. Kellen Hobson out. 23 seconds left, so let's see what the Knights can muster. Good catch. Faltinsky pass up to Cy. And he goes up and muscles up a shot.
You know, he should develop a jump hook. He likes to get to the basket, and he does get to the basket, but then he can't rise up over guys.
You know,
he would be well served to get a jump hook.
And that is the quarter. You know, that's a great point, Coach. I think one of the things that I think kids don't realize is you're penetrating for a teammate. And you're not always penetrating for yourself. You're getting the best shot for the team. And one of the best things you can do is take the ball in front of the rim and kick it out to somebody else. And the Knights have to continue to do that to generate open threes. Well, that's the quarter. So now after 3 quarters of basketball, we have a 54-26 game. And, Coach, what was the – give us a little bit of your breakdown. I'd love to know scoring in the quarter and a little bit about the turnover game. Can you give us a little background there?
Hayden Gray had 6 points to lead Santa Fe Christian. Keenan Smith had 3. So they had 17 for the quarter. For the Knights, Zach had 4 and Owen Hill had 2. So they got outscored 17-6 here in the third quarter. It's been just a steady diet of Santa Fe Christian dominating the Bishop Knights.
Well, the Eagles are really a very a sound
They're a good team.
Yeah, got speed.
And they've been real successful over the last 3 years.
Yeah, they've got speed. They've got shooting. You know, they don't have a lot of size, which could.
And they also have some experience. These guys are.
You're right.
This is not their first rodeo.
No, I think the big challenge will be if they're an open division team playing against the bigger teams, right? Playing against Saints, playing against Torrey Pines. That's
a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's a challenge. You and I got to see it every single night in the Western League. That was always the best part about it, is seeing some of the best teams in the county. Owen Hill with the nice dribble penetration. R.J. Faltinsky. I like the aggressiveness of Hill. Hill is really a catch-and-shoot three-point spacing player, and that was a nice penetrate. He's got a big physical body. All right, the ball, dribble penetration. Again, too easy off the top. Too easy off the top. You got to gap the dribbler, and Hill's got to keep 13 in front of him. Zach White coming off the top here. Let's see if the Knights can play a little looser.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. Ryan White likes to lead with that right arm, forearm, and he hasn't been called for it yet once tonight.
All right, there's the foul. Okay, foul on Cy. So that's really one of the most effective things the Knights have done tonight, is slip that screen and hit that guy down in there. And to me, that's how you have to play this team. You have to slip the stuff because you have to punish them for all the screening, all the switching they're doing on the perimeter. As Gregory the 7 said, you can't defend everything. Well, he said something. I paraphrase him. You've got to pick what you choose so the Knights can continue to do that, slip in the screen and get to the foul line here. Side with the first miss.
Boy, Dash has missed about 4 or 5 free throws tonight. He's probably shooting around 50%. Those are free throws. You got to make those.
You got to make those. There you go. Side with the shot. And here we go. 56-29. All right. Defense on. That's good defense by White. We got a hold here. We got a hold on.
Yeah, Ryan White.
Zach White.
Zach White, I'm sorry.
Ryan White. I think Ryan White was a snowboarder. I think he was. I've never seen that sport. All right, here we go. Dribble penetration. Oh, right straight line drive to the rim. Now that's the third time it's happened here, Coach, in the last couple minutes of the game. Can't have straight line drives to the rim. That close, that has to be better, and there's got to be help. Here it comes. Dribble penetration. White with a nice floater.
Now he's getting frustrated.
Foul, yeah. All right, and we have And we have 58-29, 6:36. And number 12, Colin Trammell checks in. Colin's dad and I played at UCSD together. We didn't play on the team together, but we used to play open gym with Andy Swindle and Pete Selleck and a lot of my friends. We had great open gyms.
That's my all-time favorite power forward, Andy Swindler.
That's right, and he could barely jump over a credit card. And it's a back door that goes awry. And here we got the, that's taking the ball out of bounds. And penetration. You can't pick the dribble up there on that side. And Nagel with the three. Looks good. And no floor balance on that, Coach.
That's a walk.
Yep. Looks like he injured himself, too. And oh, bad pass. You got to make easy passes and catches in transition. You can't miss that opportunity. Looks like there's an injury there on the field. And Tafides looks like he got away with a walk and now injured himself. I guess that's why you probably should lay the ball in and not try to dunk it.
Maybe that's the basketball gods talking to him.
That's it.
Don't be fancy at the cost of being efficient.
Yeah, that is it. And Trammell with the ball, yo-yoing up. Colin Trammell, senior.
Yeah, looking over at the bench, it looked like he twisted his ankle a little bit.
Nice little brush got off. They run a nice little motion offense here.
Nice
travel. Yep. That looks like a travel. And he shoots a three. And Owen Hill. Oh, wow. Body slacking. Now you got an open man. You got to advance the ball in the pass.
All right, now we got a one-on-one.
I really think, Coach, the Knights have to continue to advance in the pass. You got to score in open court situations because it's hard to score. I always like my players to pass the ball over half court and pitch it ahead so we can attack, play faster that way. All right, so we got 1-1 here. So let's see if the Knights can convert here. Owen Hill, one of the best shooters on the team. Should have 1-1. 58-29, 5 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game. Oh, that looks good. All right, makes the first end. So we got 58-30. 28-point game. Yeah, this is a good league. The Knights have a really good, tough league. They had a tough loss last week to Country Day. And a couple games before that, Parker. So this is a very competitive, well-coached, talented group of teams in the Coastal League. All right, Knights pick up. Oh, I like it. They've got a little odd front zone working here. Speed the team up, and now they get back into their man. Trammell, dribble penetration. Right hand finishes. That is a fantastic move by Colin Trammell.
That woke up the crowd.
Well, I have an admission, Coach. I'm going to admit something. I have worked with Colin Trammell over the last couple of years. I don't know if I ever taught him that move, but that was a fantastic move by Colin Trammell.
And you got to like the goggles, too.
Well, he's got some quickness, and he just crossed over, finished with the right. He looked like young Manu Ginobili. You like that? Maybe I'm stretching it a bit, but he looked good there, driving. All right, reject the screen there. Oh, Nikki Klotfelter with the three. And they got to get back here. They got three guys behind the ball. You got to sprint back. And then we got a Colin, nice ball reversal. Good spacing and ball reversal. I like when I see the ball move side to side, Coach.
So do I.
And there we go. Nice.
That was a walk.
Yep. And they get the rebound. Oh, wow. Number 5 with the nice left-handed.
Is that 5 or 3?
That was number 5 with a nice left-handed finish. That's
we don't have a name for that one.
No, we don't know who he is. We think maybe he changed jerseys.
Now he gets a silly foul.
Yeah. This is not a time you want to foul,
no,
right?
No, not far away from the basket. What for? You're up by 31. You've doubled Bishop's score. Just play good defense. No fouls.
We're going to see some of Santa Fe Christian's young players, so let's see who we have checking the game. Number 33 coming into the game is Chase Herring. I believe I have taught Chase Herring's cousin, Noel Herring. So Noel Herring, if you listen to this, a shout out to you. You were a fantastic student back in 7th grade social studies about 15 years ago. Chase Herring's mom is doing the scorebook right now, so let's shout out to Noel in the D.C. area. And into the game, we have another player. Looks like number 2. I don't have a name for number 2, but I know that he has just checked in. So it looks like a young group of Santa Fe. Let's see if the Knights can finish strong. Knights have also put a couple of their young players in. If you're wondering, this is R.J. Faltinsky with this shot. And Dax K is checked in, number 12. Nikki Clodfelter, number 11. Dax is a junior. Nikki is a sophomore. So 2 players who will definitely figure into next year's mix. With James Rosser, number 14, and Clarence Freeman, number 1. And the ball is out. And Chase Cedrito checks in. Chase is a football and lacrosse standout. Chase is one of the best lacrosse players on the West Coast and is signed with Johns Hopkins. The Johns Hopkins of the famous medical school, the Johns Hopkins of Michael Bloomberg. And, it's a nice trap there. Good pressure on the ball. Ball over to Trammell. Moves it back out to number 23. Good ball reversal. Trammell yo-yoing up at the top. Nice penetration. Jump stop. And 23 is Christian Capilleri. So Christian Capilleri, senior, has checked in. And here we go. The ball is
we have a jump ball. Yeah. Possession of Santa Fe. There you go.
Switch. And dribble penetration looks like a foul. No, we don't want to foul here, guys. Let's see.
Now we got a 1-on-1. Fouls on number 2.
All right, so I think both teams now are going to be shooting after the foul. The crowd is still here. The crowd is engaged. The gym is about 80% to capacity, Coach. This is a big game. That's quite a statement because Loyola High is playing over just a couple blocks away. I don't know who they're playing, but they've got a big game. All right, free throw is good. By number 2.
Yeah, another player with no name.
I think there's a song like that, right?
Yeah.
The Horse with No Name. Was that the band America?
Yes.
The band America. Pulling it out, Coach.
Nice job.
Here we go. All right. And both
made them both.
Good. All right. Ledrito passes into K. K brings the ball up, yo-yoing. Rosser's on the floor. Clodfelter. Let's see what they're going to run here. Little exchange. And, tough pass. And
another turnover.
Yep. Unforced turnover.
That's 8
for
the second half.
No, is that 8?
You're not going to win too many games doing that.
Well, it's really hard to score. I think, Coach, what was the score at half? The Knights scored 12 points this quarter? Is that what you have?
Let's see. I know Santa Fe Christian had 37. And I believe Bishop's had 20.
All right. Collision, Dax K, dribble penetration. Brings it up, spin move. It's a tough move. And here he comes, Trammell with the ball. Nice catch, good jump stop. There it is right there. There it is right there. I want to say a shout out to Colin Trammell. Colin Trammell did what a lot of young players don't do. He just took a jump stop, made the right pass, and they get a layup on the reversal. This is something that just doesn't happen. Rosser with the dribble penetration and a turnover. Again, team's playing too fast. It's a scramble here.
Turnover by Santa Fe Christian.
Ledrito with penetration, good reversal. And here comes K. And looks like he went right to the rim. And it is a foul. Yeah, it was really an eye-opener for me yesterday to watch just how slow and how smart a team like Gonzaga plays. You know, there's just no hurry. Everything is calculated. It's move, it's counter move. I think that's the biggest thing I took away besides the, spacing. K misses the first shot.
Poise, composure.
Yeah.
5 guys doing the same thing at the same time. No rush.
And they just really, they're unflappable.
Right, they break you down.
Right. You don't make mistakes. K's first shot is off. His second shot is in. 66-33, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Coach Levine, I think he's going to press here. Now, this is obviously a disappointing game for the Knights. Coach Levine, what's your tone? What do you talk about in the locker room after this game?
We got to get better. We got to work harder in practice. We got to make better passes, better decisions, and we really got to work on our shooting. And then defensively, we need to knock out the penetration. We got to get stronger. We need to be a little bit meaner and a little bit tougher. I mean, Santa Fe Christian pretty much at their will did what they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Knights, in looking at this team going forward, they have to be able to do a better job of passing and catching and get into their stuff. I think they run good offense, but they just got to pass and catch and deal with pressure. And The other thing I think that's essentially true is defensively they've got to stop middle penetration. And I'd like to see the team really step up and start taking charges because they don't have that shot blocker at the rim. So this is not the end of the season. This is just the beginning. But
that's almost becoming a four-letter word in high school basketball today, a charge. There hasn't been a charge this whole game. Nobody's even tried to take a charge.
You know what? That's a good point. Here's Trammell, dribble penetration, another jump stop. Oh, pivot toe. They're going to call a travel. Oh, I thought that looked good.
That looked pretty good to me, too.
I thought that looked good, Coach.
I think it was just a little too good and too quick for the referees.
Sometimes it's too quick for the referees. There's a backdoor play. Oh, it's beautifully executed. That is a beautiful play.
It really is.
Rosser, and I think we need more of that in this game for the Knights. Rosser made the pass, and Freeman with the nice layup. And here comes Trammell. Trammell's got a lot of quickness and savvy. Here's the ball reversal. Here's the first post feed.
That is the first.
There's the post feed. All right, so the game is played a lot of ways, Coach, but this is a penetrate and kick team. Does not play with a post man. That was the first post feed of the game, and that was Chase Herring with a fadeaway that didn't go in. Ball reversal, here we go. And we have Dax K, and again, there's a denial. That's one thing Santa Fe's done is kept the ball on one side of the floor, and that's one of the reasons why it's been hard for the Knights to get it home. And it looks like a foul. Well, that's again bailing him out there. Rosser dribbling the ball towards the baseline. Really didn't have much unless he could shoot that Kobe fadeaway.
And if I'm the Santa Fe coach, I'm taking a timeout and say I don't want to foul anybody anymore.
I think that's a good thought. Yeah. There's always the game with the game. Within the game, Coach, I think one thing our fans may not understand is you're always coaching because you're coaching habits. And so you're coaching this game the way you'd be coaching any other game, even though it's a 30-point game for both teams. Coach Levine's still coaching them and Coach Bickley.
And even though he has the subs in, you still want to demand a standard of excellence out of them.
You really do. All right, here we go. We got a nice little trap here, and it looks like the trap worked. Great job. So we have a turnover here, a 29-point game, 66-37.
Turnovers are 10-8. 10 for Bishops and 8 for Santa Fe Christian in the second half. Oh, he was wide open.
There's a nice little slip and screen. Okay, with the ball here. All right, Clotfelter, dribble drive, and fouled at the rim.
Should have done it with his left hand.
Yeah, fouled at the rim. What I like in there, Coach, is a 2-foot jump stop, just because you got a young player and you want to make sure you make that N1.
But he went straight to the basket.
Yep.
That was a good move on his part.
It was a real nice move. It's a straight line drive. I think he's got a lot of poise and he's got some talent. He's 6'4". He really has probably put on about 3 inches in the last year, maybe 4 inches. So he's a shooter. He's going to be a multi-positional player for the Knights, only a sophomore. And he's going to be a guy that Coach Levine counts on next year. Trammell with the ball, dribble penetration. I like Trammell's energy here. I like how he pushes and attacks.
I like those goggles.
I like the goggles too. What do those goggles remind you of? I'm trying to think. All right, we got a ball reversal. Oh, back to Trammell. Trammell, nice penetration. Looks like a bump. Another penetration. One of the problems with multiple.
That's a walk.
One of the problems with multiple penetrations is there's no space. Here we go. Rosser to K.
That was a walk too.
And K shoots the pull up, and it is off. And here comes Trammell. 30 seconds left in the game. Trammell against K up top. And here we go, the ball up top. Trammell. I don't know if the Eagles will shoot nuts. Oh, Freeman jumps it here. Let's see, finishes it. There you go. 66-40, and I think that will be it. I don't think the Eagles will shoot another shot. And that looks like the game.
Bishops won the fourth quarter.
Well, you got to give the teams credit.
Outscored them 14-12.
Right? I think you got to give the teams credit. Both teams played hard till the end. Let's kind of recap here. Coach, let's first talk about the Eagles. What did you like about what they did, and what do you think are some of the key things moving forward? Let's start with what did you like about their game?
I like their dribble penetration. And I like Keenan Smith's banging down those threes in the first half. And then they're aggressive. They're coming at you all the time. There's no quitting those guys. They're experienced.
We saw a lot of those guards last year. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking here, and I may be wrong, but I don't think another player hit a three. I mean, usually Santa Fe lives on the three, but this team is deceptively good to the rim. And if you take Intifides and you take Dudley and you take Smith, but you take Gray and you take Donjani, I mean, really all 5 starters can get their own shot and they can finish at the rim. And they're deceptively athletic. Because they can finish high off the rim. I think we saw a dunk. We saw a lot of finishes up on the basket. So this is an interesting team because the Knights really couldn't keep them in front. I mean, this was a team that scored more in the paint than they did on the perimeter.
Right.
What do you think about what they have to do going forward here?
I think Bishop's has got to play better defense. They got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of them, putting a hard hand up when the other team shoots, and getting the first miss. And then offensively, the most important thing to me is they got to stop turning the ball over, and they got to make good passes, good catches. They got to get easy shots, and they got to make good decisions.
You know, one of the hardest things to do, for a team is to play against pressure defense. And I think the Knights are going to have to find a way to really pass and catch and run better offense because they need more shots. I think their turnovers, they had to have over 25 turnovers tonight. I don't have the official number.
They had 10 in the second half. Yeah. I don't have the official number either.
But I think in the first half
they were definitely 20 plus.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things they're going to have to get better at because they couldn't get into stuff because they turned it over, and they were live ball turnovers, the exact kind Coach Levine doesn't want because that generated a lot of transition buckets for a very quick athletic team in Santa Fe. What I thought about, the Knights on defense is they got to attempt charges. You know, when you have a team that feeds on dribble penetration, if you don't get charges, you have to be attempting them. And
where's the Avery Petty's today?
Avery Petty. I'll tell you what, that guy was unbelievable. Avery Petty. I think great defensive teams make multiple rotations, and that's just something the Knights are going to, because they don't have the shot blocker at the rim like they did last year. And so that team, even though they stretch you out, that team is really not a shooting team as much as it's a penetrating team. And I think they've got
I agree.
Got to do that. Now, Coach Tomey, our buddy at Parker, has got a penetrating team and a shooting team. They put a lot of points on teams just because of, again, 5 guards, space and 5 out, dribble penetration, and the 3-point. But this team, I think, is really, butters its bread in the paint. So we want to just thank our audience. We want to shout out there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jesse Levine, I hope you're getting to bed here soon. It's 11:30, getting ready for the Sixers game. Highlights. We want to thank our audience out there. We want to encourage people, if they're watching this game, just get out and play. This is the most beautiful game in the world. Best game ever invented. James
ballet and fast motion. Right? It's played right.
Ballet and fast motion. Poetry. And I just want to, I hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast. We've got a 3-game deal. We've got 2 more games. We think we're going to be doing the La Jolla game, which is going to be fun because it'll be at La Jolla, but we're not sure about that. We're not sure if they'll let us in the gym because...
Yeah, especially...
Coach Kane, especially, he's not allowed there.
2 characters like us.
That's right. But we have 2 more games, so we are going to be bringing some great basketball action. And I can tell you one thing: Coach Levine is going to work his tail off to get this team better. And I can tell you another: this team is proud, and they're a great group of young men. I've coached a lot of them. They're going to get better. So I think the good news is the season is just started as far as league, and the biggest thing I always used to measure is how good are we in February.
Yep.
How
good are you at the end of the year?
Yep. That was always the measure of
That's
our
where
season.
Reputations in history are made.
You know what? They don't care about December and even January. They really want to know. And in the college game, it's March Madness. And then can you defend? Can you make shots? And I think that's the biggest key.
Yeah, you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year.
Yeah. So a lot of times you get frustrated with these losses, but you also say to yourself, you know what? Can we get better? I remember one team that I had at Loyola won 6 games. It was the last year I coached. And we lost to Cathedral once that year by 40. And then the second time playing, we lost by 13. We were just better as the year progressed, and that's really the thing as a coach that you want to see. So, well, Coach, this was a pleasure. Our studio audience, we hope that you tune in again, and we're looking forward to broadcasting more games for you on the cable network. So, thank you very much, Coach Kane, and sayonara.
Yep. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.